All right, back on another one here. So we're gonna get back to some Aesop because apparently so Jack Johnson 691 posted on one of the comments that he dropped some new music or a new song. I believe I found the new song. Um, I searched Aesop Rock new song, and this came up just from a couple weeks ago, and yeah, I think it's Aesop Rock Checkers. This is the official video. Um, Looks like premiered April 2nd, 2025. There's the credits here. It looks like so video credits are here. Song credits, Aesop Rock. Keys by Asher Fullero. Sorry. Additional vocals by Homeboy Sandman and Slug. So I have heard Homeboy Sandman before with Aesop Rock. I think it was Pizza and Burgers. And so yeah, there's lyrics here, but I do have the lyrics pulled up on my other screen. So I'm gonna kind of listen to these lyrics and I'll probably turn the closed captions off. I'll try to kind of focus in on some of these lyrics at times as well. So yeah, interested to react to some more Aesop Rock. Just kind of getting into him and getting to know him, and I've heard, I think, some older stuff and some somewhat newer stuff, and this is brand new. So kind of going across the spectrum a little bit here. Excited to hear this and see what this is all about. Again, I'll be breaking things down musically at times, stopping the video fairly often, not all that much. I'm trying to get away from chopping it up too much, but I do, want to give my opinion on what I'm hearing musically, and then certainly vocals and the lyrics. I'll weigh in on that stuff as well. So, yeah, not really a rap or hip hop guy. Trying to broaden my horizons. I have been enjoying Aesop Rock stuff. So yeah, let's get into this one.
You're a prisoner here now.
Cool. Really cool synth stuff going on.
Shooter callus is active and moving callous. Anomaly in the algorithm. Through the algebra. I'm all of Alexandria's information
So maybe
and
E?
aggregate. Ruling elder giving you the hell to melt the valuables. Riddances. Rid at my back, I'm in the diagonals. Evolving. Shivering his back, he shattered the manacles. Man down, damn it, can he manage the variables? Manually override these overnight manuals, man. My mama made it, it's the tapering of the straightaway. The making of a bedlamite, the straightening of the theta
I love
wave.
that.
Working on a way to cure the sudden inexplicable urgency to secure a sure shot shape paperweight pay the man simultaneously in survival mode and looking like 100 violations of the fire code. Design to die alone moments after styrofoam, but not before these no names go the way of the dial tone. Don't.
Yo, could you do me a favor? Could you go to
Dude,
the
what?
black hole, Superman?
Hold on, let me listen to that again. But just let's touch on this intro section or first verse section here. Here. And then so E minor 7th, E minor, and then we go to like a C, D. So it walks back up to E. So it's like it kind of drops down, but it's hanging out there. I really liked the music in the intro. There was no beat. It was, you hear mainly just that kind of synthy keyboardy thing with like a little some pulsating in there, and then him just laying down the beat as the drummer, really, with his vocals, kind of adding a little bit of a kind of a little riff in there musically with the kind of the notes he was singing. Kind of cool. Intro has the sampled voice. You're a prisoner here now. The song is called Checkers. Yeah, kind of rereading some of the lyrics right now. Interesting. I don't know if I completely fully understand it. Yeah. We'll get a little bit more context. Maybe in this interlude and then the verse 2, I'll be able to get a little bit more context. I see the verse, chorus, and verses show up again later on. And maybe we'll try to get a little bit more context right now. But right now it's really some weird lyrics. But yeah, I really like this this chord progression. And then, yeah, how this breaks in with this drum. Let's listen to this again and let's get into this interlude area. I really liked how that beat kicked in.
Die alone, moments after styrofoam, but not before these no names go the way of the dial tone. Don't.
Yo, could you do me a favor? Could you go to the black hole, super red, please? And can you grab me? It has a warning label.
So is that homeboy saying, man?
It's gonna happen to you from the product. Can you bring me one of those?
Okay.
Staring at the sun until one of us blinks. When it does, I'm running for the tunnels, hated blood in the creek. Bloody hell. Every day I wake and one up a king whose kingdom come to refer to me as the wonderful thing. One of the filthiest fish in the azure. Cut a political act to the particulate matter. Should have presented as a pattern, put the pig out to pasture. This ain't that action figure in the original package. Me and the shit with the taggers. Bastards and bullies and baddies and bitches and bummers who shuffle out of the shadows with the limbs of another. Trap jaws, heads, they puffed arms in a cape of Vader over rollerblading Barbie with a bow from Hank the Ranger. Bullseye in danger, I'm a surgeon at 70 yards. As long as the target is not a Snellen chart. Hello from the hell and back to autograph an X mark. Leaving the treasure for the next man, the best part. Don't show up at the get down, talking that holy as if you ain't hellbound. Similarly, don't show up at the get up, talking that hellish as if you ain't blessed up. Just don't. Just don't.
Okay.
I'm on a higher kind of prowess. I'm somewhere in the melee while I'm somewhere doing Tai Chi on a mountain. Only out of bed to pick the lock and smuggle in his Visigoths who love to redesign the hillside little box by little box. So get these businesses, the page is stranger on the intercoms. The kind that sound real till you realize they did you wrong. Oh, this is definitely checkers. I don't play chess. A sack of city atlases, actually way less after. Mermaid leather in the truck. It's only in poor taste if you ain't never been a one. Pickle the hand of whoever signal is man's. That's a 5-wick candle and a bib in the sand. My advice is don't approach him where the sobbing in the copy room or eating hot pretzels in the mezzanine.
Oh, that rhythm there is so good. Hold on, I gotta pause that.
Glue.
I gotta hear that one more time. The rhythm that he was doing vocally there, so good.
Pickle the hand of whoever signal is man's. That's a 5-wick candle and a bib in the sand. My advice is don't approach him where the sobbing in the copy room or eating hot pretzels in the mezzanine.
And you feel how that's just on the back of the beat. Yeah, the beat, and he's kind of just on the back of the beat with that. Okay. Wow, so cool, and it changes. There's so many transitions musically here. That's really really good. That how that beat comes in, when that first, I think maybe that's the Homeboy Sandman section. Is kind of a spoken word interlude section where he's talking about going to the supermarket, grab me anything that has a warning label on it that says something bad's gonna happen to you from the product. Can you bring me one of those? Don't. Yeah, this is really a mind, you know what, lyrically, and he's playing checkers, not chess. It seems like there's a lot of kind of inside meaning stuff here, but maybe a little bit of a mixture of resisting whatever it is, society, religion, resisting, you know, resisting kind of norms, different groups of people that he encounters and deals with, different stuff that he deals with. I feel like there's a trippiness, maybe there's some kind of a psychedelic meaning to some of this. I don't know if he was big into that or, that it just, there's some serious, sacred geometry type looking stuff going on, or I don't know, but with checkers, he's playing checkers, not chess. So that's kind of an interesting line. I think maybe there's more people that should be playing checkers and not chess, or trying to play, not trying to play chess, and should just stick to their checkers. But really cool. I'm really digging it. I kind of like jamming along with this, and I feel like I heard it go up to here, and then kind of, let's go back to that a little bit.
Little box. Forget these businesses that page a stranger on the intercoms. The kind that sound real to you.
So what do we hear? Is that something like that? So E, F. Something like that, kind of during that verse. And then, kind of hearing this little turn. I call it a turnaround in the kind of music that I play.
A sack of city atlases actually way less after. Mermaid leather in the truck. It's only in poor taste if you ain't never been a one. Pickle the hand or whoever signal is man's. That's a 5-wick candle and a bib in a sand. My advice is don't approach him with a sobbing in a copy.
Okay, I think it was earlier. I'm going to go back a little bit. It was after the chorus. Talking hellish as if you ain't blessed up.
Just don't. I'm on a higher kind of prowess. I'm somewhere in the melee while I'm somewhere doing Tai Chi on a mountain. Only out of bed to pick the lock and smuggle in his Visigoths who love to redesign the hillside little box by little box. So get these businesses that page a stranger on the intercom.
So I call that a turnaround, and that sounded to me like we're doing like this G to C, D. Maybe? Let's hear that one more time, just so we can do a little musical breakdown.
On a higher kind of prowess. I'm somewhere in the melee while I'm somewhere doing Tai Chi on a mountain. Only out of bed to pick the lock and smuggle in his Visigoths who love to redesign the hillside little box by little
back to the E.
So get these businesses that page a stranger on the intercoms. The kind that sound real till you realize they did you wrong. Oh, this is definitely checkers. I don't play chess. A sack of city atlases actually way less after. Mermaid leather in the truck. It's only in poor taste if you ain't never been a one. Pickle the hand or whoever signal is man's. That's a 5-wick candle and a bib in a sand. My advice is don't approach him with a sobbing in a copy room or eating hot pretzels in the mezzanine and or at the hobby shop of honey copping model glue. Or meeting Bobby at the Bronx Zoo.
Copping model glue. Little glue sniffing.
Similarly don't show up at the get up talking that hellish as if you ain't blessed up. Just don't.
So it's like, don't try to like be somebody that you're not. Maybe don't try to be somebody that you're not, or don't try to, sandbag, or try to, depending on who you're with or who you're around, pretend to be somebody that you're not. That seems like the subject of the chorus anyways. Don't show up talking holy as if you ain't hellbound. So someone who's hellbound talking holy. And similarly, or conversely, don't show up talking hellish as if you ain't blessed up, saying, talking like you're bad when you're blessed, and whatever it might be. So just don't try to pretend don't try to pretend to be somebody that you're not, which I think is a really I mean, that's a solid message to a song. And, I don't know if that's really what I should only be taking out of it. I feel like that's really what I'm taking out of it, just because so much of his lyrics seem very like inside story, maybe different experiences he's had, but also kind of mention just kind of different things that he does or doesn't conform to, and that society does or doesn't conform to, and different types of people that he's met, and people that are, maybe, these are just more examples of people who are kind of trying to pretend to be somebody that they're not. And yeah, so yeah, really cool song. We'll finish it out here.
Just don't.
Wild.
Best part, don't show a bit
I gotta hear that one drum break on
cure the sudden
this comes in.
inexplicable urgency to secure a sure shot shape paperweight pay demand simultaneously in survival mode and looking like 100 violations of the fire code.
It sounds like a Daft Punk breakdown.
Styrofoam, but not before these no names go the way of the dial tone. Don't.
Here we go.
Yo, could you do me a favor?
So
Could you go
to me that sounds like a sextuplet fill of like maybe a full bar or 2 bars, diggity 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 but it's like there's a delay. It's like digga 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 so it's like it starts on like kind of an offbeat, or you don't hear the downbeat, or it's not accenting the downbeat of the fill. Digga 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 so it's like to digga 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 but it ends on the downbeat kind of, so, or the beat comes in, so it's really cool.
Yo, could you do me a favor? Could you grab me? I need you bring me.
Alone moments after styrofoam, but not before these no names
that.
go the way of the dial tone. Don't.
Yo, could you
Yeah, one more
Not
time.
before these no names go the way of the dial tone. Don't.
1, 2.
Yo,
Yeah.
could you do me a favor? Could you go to the black hole, super red, please?
I love
Can
this
you
part.
grab me? I need-
This is so
It
good.
has a warning label on it. It says something bad's gonna happen to you from the product. Can you bring me one of those?
I think that's Homeboy Sandman, and I really love that how he just pops in and does that. It might not be, it might be somebody else, but I really liked that, and I love the video too. It's super cool. Yeah, I really love a lot of what I was hearing on this song. I wish I understood some more of the lyrics, but to each their own. There's probably people that really, really understand the lyrics or get every little thing nuance, but man, the flow, the tone, of course, of dude's voice, Aesop's voice, is just so great. It's so out front in the mix, but I feel like this one was mixed really well. The instruments, the beat, the different transitions, the music, they spent a lot of time on this. He and some other people, you can tell. It kind of, like, to me, it kind of feels like, almost felt like a house beat breakdown, like drop beat part, where it kind of like gave me like that, Daft Punk ballady type of a song at the beginning before the beat comes in. Kind of really cool, cute little chord progression. I don't want to say cute, but cool, hit on that E minor, and then kind of doing that that little like bridgy turnaround thing before the last chorus, kind of reference that part again, that kind of, that almost gives you that feel of like a metal song or something like that. Really cool across the board. Interesting things musically, vocally, lyrics wise. It's definitely elevated and evolved, if this is like his newest stuff. Sometimes you hear the new stuff from somebody and you're like, I still like the old stuff better. It's like, there's probably still stuff that people like, just as much or better of older stuff of him. But from what I've heard, this just seems like everything that I've heard, and it's kind of up and down as far as like production, like not quality necessarily, but production, like intensity and how much time and effort and transitions and all of these things musically and with the vocals and all that stuff, how much they put into it. And this just seems so highly elevated. Like, this is, I don't know if this was, other people would consider this like his peak of, you know, stuff that he's done. I don't know if it's really fair to try to say if someone's in their peak or not, but this just seems super highly elevated across the board with everything. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. I could kind of go on and on about this one for a while, and sorry I kind of have, but yeah, there was just a lot there, and really, really enjoyed that. So yeah, I'm sorry I haven't been around for a little while. I did a couple of Billy Strings videos and then tried to upload them, and they were blocked, so I wasted a bunch of time with that. You know, I'm doing the best I can. Hopefully I can get to some more here pretty soon, but until next time, peace out.